Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 8 of Omnifactory. My name is ZD Sauce, and another huge tree grew. This thing is it literally took over my entire base. It's as tall as this 3-story building here. It's crazy. Don't really know that happens. So last episode we upgraded our power generation a little bit. Or no, that was 2 episodes ago. Last episode we made our basic assembling machine, which is pretty exciting. As well as the fluid extractor, I think was last episode as well. And in this episode I want to focus on making our first multi-block structures. So that's a ladder. If you notice this hole in the wall over here, it is designed on purpose. I also there's a couple blocks of space between the 2 floors in these generated buildings from the Lost Cities, so I just gave us a little bit more space up above, and then I also moved some things around over here because I wanted to make another room to our base. So this is pretty much just laid out the same way. I think it's the same dimensions as our room over there, but I want to keep our multi-blocks in this room. So the 2 multi-blocks we want to make today are the pyrolysis oven, which this 4x3 square is going to indicate, and then also our first electric blast furnace, which is a 3x4. So this will go up to the top, and this will have a space on the end. And the quest book talks a bit about the two different multi-blocks. So I touched on this a little bit last episode, but yeah, the pyrolysis oven will be used to basically get us the circuit boards that we need to make the next tier circuits in our assembling machine. So if we click on this, it'll show you the like what the multi-block will actually look like. So as you can see, it's kind of a 3x4 type thing. So they're pretty they can pretty much. It's not like the fluid input has to be to the left of the controller. These should be able to go in pretty much any order we want. But all that matters is that we need to have 16 copper nickel coil blocks in the middle, and then just have some kind of casings on both sides. And then for the blast furnace controller, that also kind of walks you through what it looks like. So 3x4. Yeah, kind of the same as the pyrolysis. It needs inputs and outputs. It needs to get energy from somewhere. It can take in fluids, but we won't be doing that just yet. And then it also needs a lot of copper nickel. And if you notice my inventory, I am making a lot of wires, and I'll be turning all of those into coils. I'm almost done doing that. I'll need 8 stacks of wires in total. We'll be doing that in a second. I'm also smelting down a bunch of plates. I need a lot of iron plates for the pyrolysis oven, and then a lot of Invar plates for the blast furnace controllers. So I've been kind of just doing that and monitoring my power situation. Oh yeah, speaking of power, I did move things a little bit, and I made a second CEF over here because I want to have a stable source of power for just my multi-block machines, because they're going to draw a lot, and then my smaller machines can just have this CEF. My one issue with this setup is that it seems like, for whatever reason, this is getting prioritized. Oh, I also upgraded my flux capacitors in both of these, so now they can hold 40 million, which is a lot. But yeah, for whatever reason, this CEF is getting prioritized and getting all the energy, and it seems like this is getting nothing. It has a decent buffer, but it's a little concerning. I want to find a way where I can kind of round robin that, and I'm thinking I might need some kind of power bank. I don't really know how it all works, but I know the quest book, I think we'll get into some kind of power storage soon. Is it an early game? Where was I seeing that? Oh, right here. Yeah, the basic capacitor bank. So we can get power storage and Ender IO relatively soon, but those buffers are pretty small. So yeah, because I don't know, it might take a while to actually get up to 40 million to fill this up, but I don't want to run out of power in this bank. So I've also been running my steam dynamo, just because we have a lot of power to fill, and why not? But yeah, anyway, so I'm going to keep on smelting up some plates, and I have all my wires now. Actually, let's make those copper nickel blocks right now. So we're going to need the ×2, and we're going to need to basically have 32 coil blocks in total. So I think I did my math right. I think if we do it like this, And then if we just throw a wrench in the middle, a wrench, there it is. We should get a lot, and that is a lot of copper nickel that we had to process. Oh no, I'm one short. That's so sad. Let's see. Wrench should be easy enough. Good thing I have some wrought iron on me. And then I need my hammer. That should get us a new wrench, and I will lock that as well. Cool. Put that back where it was in here. Where'd my wrench go? Oh, I didn't take it out. Cool. So we have our 32 copper nickel blocks, and I just want to make sure that does complete that section for both of these. So I don't want to have to remake more copper nickel just because. And then we're going to need a bunch of these input and output hatches, which basically translate to a whole lot of machine holes, which translates to a lot of wrought iron. So I'm also compressing up a bunch of wrought iron. I've been sitting here a bit before I started recording just to get all the wrought iron going. Do I have any more hiding? I have iron plates. That can't hurt to have. Okay, I got some in here. So I have a decent amount, but I'm definitely gonna need more. So I'm just kind of monitoring this and making sure it's relatively full. But yeah, so that's the changes that I did between the episodes. I basically laid out how I want these multi-blocks to look. And now I think we should be good to jump into actually working on them. Before we do that, actually, I want to make a polarizer really quick. This should be really easy to make. Do we have tin wire? I don't think we do. Did some mining again, like always, in between episodes. I always think, oh wow, I have tons, it's gonna last forever, and then I'll record an episode or two, and it's like, hey, I have 60 iron ingots, I'm gonna need a few more than that. This should be very straightforward to make. We just need some tin cable. That should be enough for now. And we're also going to need a quick machine hole. What am I missing here? Oh. There we go. And we'll have to get 4 of the 2x tin wires. And then we just need a couple iron rods. That should be everything, besides the tin cables. So we got another machine. This isn't super important to get because the redstone trick works fine, but now it's very easy to just throw in some rods and they'll turn into magnetic rods. So we have that. It was a quest too. It's an early game quest. So why not do that? They have a note in there as well about how pretty much any type of rod, the LV version of the polarizer is fine. So you don't need to get a super amped up polarizer down the line. Yeah. Got some more wrought iron plates going. I'm actually just gonna keep that rolling. I don't foresee us having too many wrought iron plates be an issue. Okay, cool. Did the polarizer. So it doesn't really matter which one we start with. We are going to need a lot of circuits though. So let's just get, because this takes 4 processors, which is going to be 12 circuits. This needs 3 circuits. So we need 15 circuits in total. I have some, but what am I short on? We need resistors, which needs some coal dust. Seems like a perfect opportunity for my macerator to do some work. And once we get that, we're pretty decent on vacuum tubes, although we might need a few more actually. Take the fine copper wire over here. Yeah, I'm gonna... Some glass panes. Oh yeah, I made some more storage drawers because I was running out of space in that thing. It'll be easiest if I just do this. Make a bunch of these glass tubes. Why not make more? I feel like it can't hurt. Yeah, now we got lots. And we should be able to get a ton of vacuum tubes from that. Nice. That should be good. And now I'm also going to need more fine copper wire. And we're still making more wrought iron plates. Good. Okay, we got our coal dust now, so we can turn that into resistors. Although, does that also take... It does. So we have a good amount of paper in here. Do we have enough? Let me get a little bit more. Throw that in here. And then once we get a little bit more copper wire, that should be good. So yeah, we're going to make a bunch of circuits, and then we're going to need to make a lot of these heat-proof machine casings. I guess we'll just start with the blast furnace, because why not? I don't see any reason not to. So the heat-proof machine casing is used to make the furnace controller, but we're also going to need that for all of the parts of the blast furnace, and I think it kind of does some math for you as well. So it says we need 11 extra heat-proof machine casings. That's actually a lot less than I thought there was. So we're going to need 12 of those in total, which I guess is 4 sets of the Invar plates. So we can make those up. We definitely have enough for that. So we just need some Invar frames. I hate how to do the colored ones here. So we need some Invar rods and Invar plates. So I'm going to make a stack of Invar rods. Where's my lathe? There it is. And we should make a bunch of those frames. And once we have those frames, we can make these heat-proof machine casings. And then besides that, we're just going to need a lot of wrought iron plates to make the machine holes. So I've got some fine copper wire. Let me bring this stack over here, and we can get our circuits rocking. Nice. Oh, nice. That is a lot of resistors. And then you have a ton of vacuum tubes as well. Cool. Now how many? We're going to need more red alloy. I can already tell. Good thing I already have some. How many can I get with this? 16. That is actually perfect. I said we needed 15, right? That's amazing. So we want to make 3 of these processors. So what do we got? Circuits. We just need more red alloy. Man, that goes quickly. Step aside, wire mill. Throw these in here. I'm sure those copper cables will find a home eventually. How are my wrought iron plates doing? They're pretty good. Okay, I think we're starting to look pretty decent, although definitely still low on wrought iron plates. I'll just keep that compressor working hard. And make sure, yeah, that power is going down. You know what, since we don't need that much power just yet, I am just going to just do that, and then I think it should stop supplying that with power, and hopefully it goes into here. So 7.7, hopefully that's gonna, oh yeah, 7.8. Okay, that did work. Nice. And then let's coat some more red alloys and pop that in here. And then we need 3 of these. And then we need 3 of them. So the blast furnace takes the tier 1 circuits, and then the pyrolysis takes the pyrolysis, sure, takes the tier 2 circuits. So we're gonna need a little bit more copper and nickel as well. So can get that going. Oops. So now we can probably make these Invar frames, I believe, which we need our Invar rods. Wow, I'm really killing it with that timing. That's a lot of Invar rods that we got there. And then what did we need? Just a wrench, I believe. Just pop on a bunch. Although I don't really think we need many. Let's get a few though. It can't hurt. And then with those, we need a hammer to make, I think we need 12 to start. We're definitely going to need more in the future, but this seems like a decent starting place. We have a lot of extra Invar plates, but down the line, we're going to want to be making like at least 8 blast furnaces by the time you reach endgame. There's different coils you can use, and basically blast furnaces are used a lot. So Invar plates are used a lot because of that. Okay, so we got our heatproof machine casing, and I think we can make our controller right now. We just need a little bit of cobblestone to make some furnaces. So let's make 3 of those furnaces. And grab our electric blast furnace controller. That's awesome. So yeah, like I said, our blast furnace is gonna pretty much live here, so I'm gonna put the controller right there. It's gonna be nice. And then yeah, the coils will go on top of it and all the different inputs. Like I'll probably have energy inputs on both of these sides, and then the item inputs and outputs will just be accessible. And then since I have this little like crossover area for the powerless oven, I'll probably just put the inputs somewhere that's accessible over here. Cool. So we got the controller, but that's not everything we need. We need a lot of these input and output hatches. So let's work towards that on the for the electric blast furnace. So in total, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 LV machine holes, which means a lot of wrought iron. See if that's enough. Bring it over here. Oh, good. We do have a lot. That should be enough for 6, at least for the electric blast furnace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Throw in the tin cables, and we got 6 machine holes. Nice. Now we are going to need a bunch of like chests and hoppers and things like that. Let me just make up some chests. I don't know why I bookmarked dirt. So like for the energy input, for example, we need LV energy input as well, because that's the stage of electricity we're on right now. You need to basically just put things in a certain location. So it's asking for 2 of them. So I'll do 2 of those. We don't need any kind of energy output hatch. We need an input bus, which needs just chests. That's easy enough. Fluid input hatch is just glass. And I'm assuming output hatch is also glass in some other way. So, energy input LV. What's that? No, not ULV. Yeah, I think that should do it. Just need some tin cables. So we just need 2 of these. And then we needed a fluid input hatch. Is that output? Fluid output hatch. And then an input bus, which is very important. And an output bus. And I think that's pretty much everything we need. This should complete the quest, actually. Does it? Oh, nice. That's great. Yeah, the quest book goes through a good amount of useful information regarding the blast furnace. TLDR, blast furnaces are very good. So yeah, let's set up this multi-block and see if it assembles correctly. We already have our controller down. And we need a machine casing in the beginning. And so I guess I'll put the input bus here, the output bus here. The fluid stuff we're not going to use that much. I guess I'll put it on this side. So fluid input here and fluid output there. Actually, no, I'm going to want energy here. Yeah, energy inputs right there. I guess I'll just put output here, why not? And then we need some of this. And this is also, it's hollow in the middle. The multi-block will not form properly if it's not hollow. This is hard. I'll just use a block to help me out. And another one, why not? And hopefully this should form correctly. Yeah, okay, so things changed color, and we're looking pretty good. So, electric blast furnace. Max EU as a tick is 128. I don't know if that's a glitch or not. I know, so we have 2 energy inputs, but those should only be 32 each. So I think the actual max EU it took is only 64. But another important thing to note is the max temperature is 1800,000, so 1.8 million, or maybe that's 1800 Kelvin. That's probably more likely what that means. There are a lot of ingots, like if we look at something like tungsten, for example, or the hot tungsten ingot. This can be made in a blast furnace, but you need a temperature of 3000. So we can't make that with these wires in the middle. We actually need to get more powerful wires. So that's why making multiple blast furnaces will definitely be necessary in the future. How are we doing on compressing things down? I'm gonna get a bit more iron compressed as well, now that the compressor is available. Cool. I got a bit more copper nickel as well. And I'm just going to drop off some stuff. I'm going to turn these tin wires into coated tin wires since we're running low on those. And that's used a lot in LV machines. Cool. Drop off a lot of this stuff. So we got one down. The electric blast furnace is up and running. I guess the only thing we need to do... Wait, why not test it out? We just need a little bit of power. So if I get some wiring... Let's see how she runs. We already have that CEF over there set up, so I feel like I'm missing something else. Oh, something to smelt would be good. We have some aluminum dust, yeah. So this is the main thing we want the blast furnace for to start us off, because aluminum ingots are what we use. Nothing exploded. That's very good. So yeah, let's try and smelt some aluminum, I guess. So yeah, I just have to drop off something in the input, and then this turns green, so it says, hey, I'm running. You can see the progress bar, and it should output an aluminum ingot. That's very exciting. Might as well dump them all off. We're not using this this battery for anything else right now, and aluminum is very important to have, so we might as well just fire through some of that. Yeah, it's looking great. I'm already feeling like doing that isentropic reservoir that I was talking about is probably a good idea for this magmatic dynamo, because, or this is the magmatic dynamo, because yeah, 90 RF really isn't that much, and it definitely could not hurt to just have a little bit more, and then we can always keep these CEFs nice and full, nice and happy. But yeah, we got aluminum. It's a big deal. Aluminum is something we'll be using a ton of. I guess that was a quest. I don't know where that lives, but... Oh, it was right here. Oh, we also didn't collect our... You get 100 Omni pennies for this, too. They're baiting you and saying, this is really important. You need to do this. And yeah, like I was saying, the aluminum opens up the MV machine holes. So we're already kind of making our way towards the next stage of electricity. I'm going to organize my things a little bit for the pyrolysis oven, and then we will try and tackle that multi-block next. All right, I think I am all set. So we basically need to make the controller, which is going to be the most complex part of this, because it takes a few subcomponents and then some of these processors that we already made. And then from there, it'll be pretty similar to how we made the blast furnace. We just need to use these ultra LV machine holes instead, and then it's using just this as the casings, like where the green blocks were for the blast furnace. That's where these blocks will be. So I need a lot of iron plates for this, not wrought iron, and then it uses red alloy cabling instead of tin cabling. But I think we should be good and to make the pistons and the pump. So I think I'm good to grab these 2 gears. I'll bring them in here. And I need some of those rods as well that are here. And so we're going to need 2 pistons, and we're going to need a pump as well, which I think we might have everything for, actually. We're just missing our screwdriver over here. We got our rubber. Yeah, okay, 2 pistons and a pump, so we got that. And then we need some copper nickel wire as well, which I had smelted up a bit of... I'll grab these. A bit more copper nickel. What did I do with that? Ah, right here. So what was it? We need 2 of the 4 times. So I think if we do 8, or no, I think it's actually just 4. Yeah, this should be enough. Just having 8 of the 1 times. Yeah, 2 times 4 is 8. That's good math. Okay, and we bring that over here, and now I think we should be good. Oh, we just need one of these machine holes. So we're going to need a bunch of these machine holes. So do we grab all the iron plating that we have? I think so. So I think we're going to need, like the other one, we're going to need 12 in total. That's a lot. This should be enough. Oh, yeah, plenty. So, yeah, let's grab 12. And actually, I think we're going to need 13 because... Let's start with 12. We can make one more if we need. But I think we're only going to have 1 energy input. With this multi-block, like with the blast furnace, we had 2 energy inputs. So we might just replace that extra space with another machine casing. So we got our 12 machine casings. And we should be able to use one of those. Oh, we have to make holes now as well. So red alloy cables, please. I know you're hiding somewhere. Maybe you're not. Man, red alloy cables are really my arch nemesis this episode. I've been flying through them. Okay, we just need 2 for now, though. And I'll grab some rubber sheets to coat them with. Now I should be good to make the hole and turn that into the pyrolysis oven. That's all I needed. Oh, I guess as I already made all the inputs and outputs in the last quest, it's just marking it done for both of it. So, yeah, the front is going to be right here. This multi-block is definitely not used as much, but it is essential for the beginning of the pack. And yeah, from there on, I think this should be pretty straightforward. Just to make life a little bit easier, I'm just going to throw in the coils right now, just so we can visualize how this is going to look a little bit better. So yeah, let's just do it like that. Okay, no, that is right. I was getting confused. I was like, why is there a hole in my structure? But no, that should be right. And then we're going to just need some of these inputs and outputs. So I think that those use like LV inputs and outputs, right? I think that's what the quest book had. Yeah, so just like the other ones, we're going to need another... So I think we're actually only going to use 5 machine holes this time. But that's going to translate into a lot more wrought iron, which I think we should have enough. I hope we have enough. I'll just need to take my wrench back. Oh, that's my inventory. 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Ooh, cutting it close. Oh, not too close. We have a good amount of wrought iron plates left. And yeah, we're going to have to pretty much do similar things. Let's get a couple chests, a couple pieces of glass. And then what was the last? We need a tin cable as well to get the energy input. And we can use LV energy, right? Cool. Let's get these. So this is the fluid input, fluid output, item input, item output, and lastly, energy input. So now with the way I set up my structures a bit, I should be able to just throw my energy input right here. And that should supply it with energy. Let me make sure I have enough slots here. So I'm going to put my item inputs on the bottom here and my outputs on the left. And then I think the rest is just going to be... Actually, does it matter if this is in the center or not? That looks better anyway. Yeah, I'm going to move this up to the center. And I'm going to put the inputs on top just to make things look a smidgen better. So like my fluid input will be on the bottom. My fluid output will also be on the bottom. Yeah, I like the way that looks. That should be nice. And then, yeah, we are going to need one more. Let me grab that really quick. That's just iron plates and a wrench, right? Grab you. Just do a quick one of these. And hopefully, like with the blast furnace, hopefully this completes it. It does. Things change colors. So we now have a pyrolysis oven. That's awesome. So yeah, like I was saying before, this is what's going to be used to turn coal into coal coke, but more importantly, get that phenolic substrate. I'm already able to tell that this is a little bit too close for comfort. I might end up breaking this glass and making this room have a little bit more space. But I'm not going to bother making any of those now. I think next episode, maybe we'll try to dive into that a little bit and then get our hands on some of those tier 2 circuits. Moving up in the world pretty quickly. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to get home, or wanted to get done today. We got 2 beautiful multi-block structures. They're pretty bulky. They look a little bit funny, but no, they should definitely do the job. And we have a good amount of aluminum as well. Look at that, 22 ingots. We're gonna be having to make a lot of aluminum in the future, like stacks and stacks and stacks. It never hurts to make just tons and tons of it, because all of Applied Energistics is gated behind MV. So all the interfaces and molecular assemblers, they use aluminum ingots for a lot of their stuff. So to get good automated crafting and everything going, we're gonna need a lot of this stuff. But yeah, anyway, that is going to do it for today. So thank you very much for watching, and haven't thought too much about what we're going to do next episode, but yeah, hopefully tier 2 circuits are up ahead shortly. I'll catch you next time, though.